Hello friends, in this video we are going to talk about how to export your subscriber list from Mailerlite and import it into Subtrio the correct way so you're not losing out on any information and you're not messing up your current contacts or anything like that, okay? Now again, this tutorial is specific for Mailerlite because that is the only other email marketing service provider that I have used. If you use something like Flowdesk or something else, you're going to have to go check out their tutorials on how to export your list of subscribers from them specifically. That being said, the import process into Subtrio will be the same no matter where you get your list of subscribers from, okay? So let's get started. All right, so first of all, I am logged into my Mailerlite dashboard, and I just have my all subscribers list up here, okay? Now, we can do this a couple different ways. Now, if you wanted to just download your entire subscribers list and upload the entire list in Subtrio, you would do that from this screen. And you would do that by coming down here, clicking on this arrow, clicking select all. I'm sorry, I forgot. You want to make sure that this says active. Now, we don't want to include our unsubscribed people or our bounced people or the complainers or anything like that. We don't want to include them in this list because when we import it into Subtrio, we want to make sure we have a nice clean list and we don't want to like be bouncing emails and things like that, right? So make sure this says active. And again, you're going to click this drop down arrow, click on select all, and make sure you see this. You have all selected subscribers. And then you're going to click on the actions and you're going to click on export CSV. Okay, this is the one you're going to want. Now, it's going to take it, if you have a large email list, it's going to take us several minutes for this download to be ready, okay? I am not currently going to be downloading my whole subscriber list off of here, so let's come up here and click on groups. Now we have several groups set up for this email list and we're going to be downloading them separately because I want to, when I upload them into Subtrio, I want to be able to add certain tags to them. So we're going to do these a little bit grouped out, okay? So the first one we're going to do is this one. So we're just going to click on view group. And that's going to open up the list of subscribers specifically in this group, okay? So again, make sure this says active. Click this drop down arrow, select all. Then you're going to click on actions, click on export CSV. Now it's going to take it a few minutes to prepare the download. This is a really small group, so again, it's not going to take very long. Once it says it's ready for download, you're just going to click on the download button and it's going to download that file for you. Now, I'm going to pull up my downloads folder and I'm going to rename this so I know which group specifically this is so I don't mess those up, okay? All right, so now we have this file downloaded, this list of subscribers, and then I will just go back and do the same process for each of the segments, or not the segments, the groups, I'm sorry. So once you get your list downloaded, you're going to come to your downloads and you're going to open up that file. We have to prepare this file to be uploaded into Subtrio to make sure we don't mess anything up, okay? You can open this file in Excel, like Microsoft Excel, if you use that on your computer. If you don't, no big deal. You can just pop it into a Google Sheets from Google Drive and work on it that way, okay? So let's go ahead and separate these out and so we can work with our list. Now, I am going to do this very simply, okay? I only want to import the email address and the first and last name. So we are going to delete the rows that we don't need, and you'll just do that by highlighting and deleting, okay? You can do this the same way in Google Sheets. Let's just clean this up. I don't really need the location. I don't need this group section over here. I just need the email address, the first name, and the last name, okay? Now it's important to make sure we have like headers for each of our columns, okay? So we need one, the emails need to be called email. First name needs to be first name. And then we need to have a last name column, okay? Now, before you import this into Subtrio, I would just go through and make sure everything looks good, make sure you don't have, like a bunch of missing lines or anything like that, okay? So once you get that set up, just go ahead and save your file. Again, you can do this in Google Sheets, that's no problem, okay? All right, so now we have a cleaned up and saved email list to work with to upload into Subtrio. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, minimize this, and then we are going to hop over here to Subtrio. And once you are inside your dashboard or logged into your account, all you have to do is go to your contacts tab. And then once you have your contacts tab open, all of your little things you can do with your contacts are up here. And so we want to come over here to this one. It's like a little up arrow. Import contacts, and you're just going to click that button. Okay. And then, so they give you a little warning that says before you files, make sure it's ready to be imported. So I highly recommend reading this. If you want to, you just click on the blue link here and it opens up into a new ClickUp doc that you can go through and read, and it tells you all of the file requirements for importing contacts into Subtrio, okay? It tells you the different values you can use, all kinds of stuff, okay? So just go ahead and read through that if you have any questions about whether or not your document is prepared properly to be uploaded into Subtrio. Now, if you notice, this does have an area for tags right here. If you want to add multiple tags to the list that you are uploading, like if you want different tags for each person, this is the area that you would look at to figure out how to do that. Now, I'm not going to go through that process in this video. It's a little bit more advanced, but I just wanted you guys to know that this section is where you can learn about adding the tags on the upload in the actual document. Okay, we are going to be adding tags when we upload this, but it's just going to be a single tag for each list we upload. Okay, so let's close that and let's come back to Subtrio. All right, so we're going to upload a file, and it's going to be in our downloads, and it's going to be this file that we just edited. Click on open and then click on next. And it just takes a second depending on your file size and the speed of your internet. Okay, so once your file uploads, it's going to take you to this screen, and we just want to make sure a couple things look okay here. So we want to make sure that the this line matches here. So we want to make sure this is the email, first name, last name, first and last, and then we want to make sure the correct information is in here. Now, if one or both of these is blank, it's no big deal because probably not all of your subscribers added their first and last name. So don't worry about this column so much. Just make sure this and this matches, because that's how it's going to insert it into Subtrio. Okay, so then we're just going to click on next. All right, and then we're going to click on this advanced tab here. And I like to rename it, but that's up to you. You can just leave it as the default. So let's rename that. Okay. And then we want to, like I said, do the advanced tab here. And then we want to make sure that we have add new and update existing contact records. Okay. We do not want this one, and we do not want this one. We want this one. That way, if you already have these people in your Subtrio contacts, it's going to update them with any additional information instead of just overriding them or adding double records and things like that, okay? And then I prefer to find the existing contacts based on email, which is what I recommend for you as well. Okay. And then you can just leave this box checked. And then I like to add tags to anybody that I am importing into Subtrio. So this particular group we're going to tag as Mailerlite Subtrio because it's an import. Now, if this tag is not created yet in your system, it's going to look like this, and you'll just click on it and it'll create that tag automatically for you. You could also like just type in a letter. So yeah, so you just type in a letter and it'll pop up a list that you already, have in here. But again, if you need to create a new tag, you just type it in, hit that little plus button, and it'll automatically do that. The other thing you can do here with this screen is if you want to automatically put these people into a specific workflow or campaign, you would toggle this to on, and then you could select that workflow right here. Okay. And then once you have all of this set up, just go ahead and click on the submit button. And then it's just going to take a few minutes for that to upload. Now, if you do the click here, it's going to take you into your bulk actions, whatever they call it. And you can see that it's been completed. You can look at show stats if you want to. It'll show you like how many new ones it created, how many it updated, and if there was any errors, okay? You could also click here and see the view details, and it shows you just a little bit of information. And then if you did have errors, you could do the show error log here, and it would list those here and give you options on how to resolve that, okay? All right, so that is how you import a contact list into Subtrio. This video specifically showed you how to export out of Mailerlite and then into Subtrio. Again, I use Mailerlite because that's the program that we've been using. If you're using something else like Flowdesk or another email service provider, you would need to look up their tutorial on how to export your subscriber list, but the import process is still the same. Okay, you need to clean up that file that you downloaded, make the emails column, the first name and the last name column, and then you will be good to go. All right, so if you have any questions, please drop them below or get in touch with me, and I will be happy to help. I'll see you in the next video.